This is BCR Creatives with Coco Event Group.
Everybody knows me as SKEE. My business is SKEE Customs. I like to describe it as wearable art, and my medium is sneakers. I am from Aurora, Colorado.
I've been following your work for a while now. Incredible. How did you discover the passion of customizing, reworking sneakers?
Sneakers has always been a passion of mine way before I started doing customs on them, so it's always been a big part of my life. But one of my old college teammates back in like 2017 started painting on shoes, and I just reached out to him and asked like, yo, how did you do that? Like, it's always been something that I've seen online, but I never knew it was something that was like actually attainable, you know?
Yeah.
So he told me what materials I need, basically just gave me some game. Shout out to him, shout out to my man Bryce. But from then on, I was just doing a bunch of customs on my own sneakers. And then from that, people were wanting specific things done on their sneakers. But getting into it, I knew that painting wasn't going to be something that I only wanted to do. I wanted to completely build a shoe from scratch. And that's something that I recently just learned how to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, very unique work.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What does your creative process look like?
It varies from different shoes, what clients want, but I would say I draw a lot of inspiration from my childhood. I love cartoons, I love action figures, I love like little fidgety toys, things like that, games. So a lot of my work is things that I'm passionate about. So I'll watch movies if I'm doing like a holiday shoe or just to get into the spirit. Sometimes I look at color combinations that go well together. So it's a mixture of a lot of different things, but it really just depends on what exact shoe I'm working on.
That's awesome. Who or what are some repetitive muses that influence or motivate you?
I take a lot of inspiration from older Nike projects, early 2000s. Just the color palettes that they used to use, very inspirational. Just the design process in general is like, it's just things they don't do really anymore. So I look to that a lot. Specific creators, designers. There's a designer, his name is Salehi Benberry. He's done a bunch of different things, working from Crocs, Versace, just a bunch of different things. I pull inspiration for him. A bunch of different sneaker artists. There's just so many, to be honest. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but from painters to builders, and that's just a customizable build something from scratch. Just looking at things that they've done, pulling different things from their work, pulling different things from, just like I said, things that I really am passionate about, music, old TV shows, movies, stuff like that. So,
what are your main 3 goals in 2025?
Main 3 goals in 2025. I would say the first one would be, I want to eventually offer like customization courses as far as just painting on shoes. I feel like that could be something that people would enjoy. It could be like an activity you could bring your kids to, husband to, family to. It'd be an activity that somebody coming from out of town could do. So I would say that's at the forefront. But other than that, I just want to get better at building sneakers from scratch. I think I've made a huge jump from where I was a year ago, and I can only imagine where I'll be in another year. So just to continue to get better at that, that's number 2. Number 3, I would say just to get around more creatives. I'm a pretty reserved person, like I don't really do a lot. So just getting around more people that can inspire me to do some of the same similar things that I do, and just draw inspiration from them. So that's what I'd say the 3 are.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm a hermit.
Yeah, for sure.
Bigger picture, who would you love to collaborate with?
Nike off the bat, that would be definitely a lifelong dream that I've always had even before I started doing shoes. I feel like anybody that is passionate about sneakers, their dream is to eventually have like their own Nike shoe, Nike collaboration, something like that. Even if I was in the creative process on the shoe and to collab that way, that's a big dream of mine. But really, it doesn't even really stop at Nike. I have so many like other brands that I love, like Vans. I love Vans, Converse, Adidas, really any brand footwear. I don't really have like obviously Nike's like my favorite brand, but so it doesn't really stop at one brand. So really anybody in the footwear industry.
How would you describe the Colorado creative scene?
I would say we have a lot of creative people in Denver and Colorado. I feel like the people that are talented, they don't really know how to put themselves out there and market themselves like that. So it seems like we don't have a lot of creative people out here. But I would just say that the spotlight, if the spotlight shine on the right group of people and the people that are doing the right things, that we would see a lot more creative people in Colorado. But we do have a good creative scene out here, I think, for sure.
Definitely. I haven't heard that take yet.
Yeah.
So that's cool. What ways could we all improve collectively the Colorado creative scene? What would you like to see more of?
I feel like the common answer yes, obviously. I want to see people supporting each other more. But I think it just goes way more than, because support could be really anything. So I guess support more through word of mouth, through Instagram, through, you know, even a simple like, a simple repost, that's helping. But even to take it a step further, like I feel like we need to create more spaces for individuals just to, like, you know, mingle and meet each other. And like I was saying, like just getting in more spaces with, you know, creatives. I know a lot of people, at least in my head, a lot of people don't know a lot of creative people because there's not like a lot of places to go to for like a creative event. So I don't know, it could be like, I don't know who would even throw it, but like once a month we do something involving a bunch of different creatives and the theme changes each month. But something just to bring some type of event or some type of networking thing, just to bring people closer and just to put people more on, like notify who they are and what they do, stuff like that.
Definitely. With Coco, we've been trying to start to do that, but we're kind of attracting more like photographers and videographers, which is awesome. But I want to like, hopefully in the future we can open it to more like painters, and different mediums.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good that you guys are starting to get on that. So.
Lastly, what are your core values? How do you think we can make a lasting impact as an artist?
Most importantly, I think the biggest way to make an impact is simply being yourself. I think that's really what separates people in general, but really artists. Each artist has like their own, you know, signature, whatever it is. Everybody's better at specific things. So I think just being authentically yourself and not being afraid to put yourself out there is in itself just a way to cement yourself, because it's not really about, you know, what other people think. It's really about how you feel when you do something. So I think when you feel good, just by being yourself and putting out a product that, you know, you're proud of, that inevitably is going to, you know, have a lasting impact. Core values, I would say, like, what do you mean when you say core values? Like as just like a person?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that just being kind, being a good person is one of the most important things, because you never know where somebody is in life. And you know, we all wear different masks every day. So, you know, just the famous saying, be treated how you want to be treated, can go a far way, and no matter what avenue of business you're in. So I'd say that's probably the most important thing that I'll say.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate you being on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Sweet.
Yo.